Hi everyone, welcome to Road to Cat 99. So in this video, we will basically discuss how you should prepare for the ZAT DM section, irrespective of your performance in the CAT, right? Whether it went well or bad, right? I think you should all prepare for the ZAT, right? It again opens up opportunities for a lot of MBA colleges. Plus, I think it is one exam where you will not face time pressure. I think the exam timing is around 3.15 hours, and also you can switch between different sections, so there is no sectional time limit, right? So if one section is your I would say area of strength, right, you can spend less time there, and in the other areas you can spend more time. So but there is one new addition, I would say one new section for all of you. That is the DM section, that is a decision making section, right? And in this video we will basically discuss ki aapko kaise prepare karna chahiye for the decision making, what are the sources that you should use, and basically what exactly is the decision making. We will discuss all those things, right? So I have myself gave that 4 times so far, and every time I think I scored very good marks in the decision making, right? There are always some I would say challenges, or I would say some uncertainties in the answers, because I will discuss all these things in detail. But I think when you approach the DM section, the major challenge that a lot of students face is कि वहां पे आपकी accuracy आएगी या नहीं, whether you will be able to clear the cutoff or not, right? This is also what matters a lot. So DM is not what you believe. So a lot of people might think कि decision making ऐसा section है जहाँ पे you have to make some decisions. Obviously you have to make some decision. You will be given a case study or a real situation, and based on that you will be asked 3 or 4 questions and you have to answer that. If you read the text, if you read the question, it will sound very simple to you कि अच्छा ये पढ़ के मुझे पता है. But when you reach to the options, all options are very similar, and all options are have a lot of confusion, and every time that surprises with a different answer की. जो लोगों ने expect किए होते हैं answers, वो answers होते नहीं है. A lot of tutors, a lot of teachers face this problem. So there is no right answer to the decision making, right? And so best way to prepare for the decision making is to align your thoughts with the paper setter, right? And for this I think you should use your prep source as a collection of past 5 to 6 ZAT year papers. That is the one thing, right? And ZAT is also not CAT, right? The pattern is very different when compared to the CAT. I think you have more freedom in ZAT, right? Though there is new addition, but I think the significance of LRDI, the significance of logical reasoning is reduced in the ZAT, whereas you have just one section, quant plus quant plus LR, right? So there will be 2 3 sets of LR, and the rest questions will belong to quants. And VRC is almost similar, but I think the level of VRC is higher than what comes in CAT. And DM is one new section जहां पे you have to read the situation. Situation बहुत बड़ी नहीं होती है ना, बहुत अच्छी situation होती है. You would be able to relate with that, you will be able to understand the situation very well. But the point is, you will have tough time when answering the questions based on the situation, right? That is the most toughest part. And toughest part is not answering the question, toughest part is getting the accuracy, right? Answer आप भी कर लोगे, आपका competitor भी कर लेगा, आपका friend भी कर लेगा, सब answer कर लेंगे, and everyone thinks in his or her own way, right? तो वहां पे हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि इसका वे गलत है, इसका वे गलत है. Basically, if your way of thinking matches with the if your way of thinking is aligned with the paper setter, you will get +1, otherwise you will have to lose some marks, right? Now coming on to the what is DM, right? So basically, as I told you, DMA you will get this and that सिचुएशन. एंड सिचुएशन बहुत सिंपल होती है, ऐसे कुछ डिफिकल्ट, बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन नहीं होती, राइट? इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल सिचुएशन. वी विल प्रैक्टिस 1 or 2 क्वेश्चंस रिगार्डिंग दिस इन दिस वीडियो ओनली, राइट? टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, व्हेन वी डिस्कस अबाउट द टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस जनरली बेस्ड ऑन द सिचुएशन ओनली. एक सिचुएशन दी होगी एंड उसके बेस पे यू हैव टू आंसर 2 or 3 or maybe 4 क्वेश्चंस, राइट? तो यू विल हैव डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस, एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट सिचुएशन you will have to answer that, right? ऐसा भी हो सकता है, if you go to the exam without preparing anything, you might score 99 in the DM section. If you go and prepare very hard, right? If you prepare very hard and then attempt the exam, maybe you might fail to clear the cutoff, because there is again no right or wrong answer. And every day, I mean, not every day, every time, whenever the ZAT was conducted in the past, every time a lot of teachers, a lot of students, a lot of toppers had diverse view, रिगार्डिंग वन करेक्ट ऑप्शन, राइट? तो वहां पे डीएम में आई डोंट थिंक यहाँ पे कुछ करेक्ट ऑप्शन होता है बेसिकली. दिस इज वाई आई विल डिस्कस इन डिटेल कि हमें पास्ट ईयर रिसोर्सेज को कैसे यूज करना है, राइट? Coming on to the next question, that is challenges. The major challenge is the how to think for the DM section. I think situation is very simple, right? Even the questions are very simple, but the way of thinking might be different for different people. And I think there are a lot of candidates who need to think, who need to change their way of thinking, and who need to align their way of thinking with the question setter, राइट? आपका ऐसा नहीं है, ऑब्वियसली जो आप अपना व्यू प्रेजेंट करोगे वो भी करेक्ट होगा कहीं ना कहीं, बट आपको जो अपना व्यू है वो अलाइन करना पड़ेगा विद द पेपर सेटर. इफ यू फेल टू अलाइन विद दैट, आई थिंक यू विल गेट हिट ऑन एक्यूरेसी एंड यू विल गेट हिट ऑन योर मार्क्स ऑल्सो. एंड जनरली व्हाट हैपेंस कि या तो आपकी कंसिस्टेंसी रहती है, राइट, थ्रू आउट द पेपर आप सही मार्क करते जाते हो, या फिर बहुत ज्यादा एक्यूरेसी डिप हो जाती है इन बिटवीन. और बहुत ज्यादा एक्यूरेसी डिप होने की वजह से यू फेल टू क्लियर द सेक्शनल कट ऑफ, है ना? एंड एवरी टाइम आई सी ए लॉट ऑफ पीपल स्कोर 99 प्लस इन द ज़ैट बट फेल टू क्लियर द सेक्शनल कट ऑफ ड्यू टू द डीएम और ड्यू टू द वर्बल, right? Coming on to the how to prepare, how you should prepare for this section, I would say is ki the best way to prepare for this section, honestly, right, you don't need to run here and there. The best part for ZDM is you have very limited resources for this, right? और वही limited resources को आपको बार बार पढ़ना है, right? Limited resources का मतलब you should pick last 7 to 8 years of paper with their correct solution, है ना? Because अभी जब आप पढ़ना स्टार्ट करोगे you will see कि लास्ट ईयर के जो क्वेश्चंस हैं उनके डिफरेंट आंसर्स हैं ऑन द डिफरेंट वेबसाइट्स. क्रैकू पे डिफरेंट आंसर है, टाइम की वेबसाइट पे डिफरेंट आंसर है, सीएल वालों का डिफरेंट आंसर है. सो देयर इज अ बिग क्वेश्चन ऑन विच आंसर टू रिलाई, राइट? नाउ आई थिंक फॉर दिस यू शुड सर्च फॉर द रिस्पॉन्स शीट, है ना? पास्ट ईयर की रिस्पॉन्स शीट सर्च करो एंड यूज दैट एज योर रिसोर्स, राइट? दैट शुड रिफ्लेक्ट द ट्रू आंसर. अदरवाइज different answers, maybe different coachings, people would have different reasoning for that, and their reasoning is correct, but the point is we have to align our thinking with the question setter's mind, right? Uske liye I think the best source is to prepare through the past year papers only. कोई आपको मॉक्स नहीं देने, कोई आपको एक्स्ट्रा बुक नहीं खरीदनी, कोई आपको न्यू रिसोर्सेज फाइंड करके वहां से प्रैक्टिस नहीं करनी. इट इज ऑलवेज गुड टू प्रैक्टिस, राइट? बट द पॉइंट इज कि आप प्रैक्टिस अगर करोगे, हाउ यू कैन बी श्योर कि जो आप वो करेक्ट आंसर अगर कोई कोचिंग वाला, कोई मॉक वाला अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन का दे रहा है, राइट, किस लेंथ तक वो आंसर करेक्ट है, whether that answer is really correct or not, that is the point of contention. Because again आप आंसर करेक्ट आप समझ रहे हो, जो आपका कोचिंग वाला है वो भी बता रहा है कि ये आंसर करेक्ट है, राइट? बट आई थिंक द बेस शुड बी द ज़ैट पास्ट ईयर पेपर्स. आई थिंक दैट रिफ्लेक्ट्स द where you stand, right? How much good you at understand different things. And for this I think you should keep revising the ज़ैट पास्ट ईयर पेपर 6 times 7 times. एक पेपर को 6 बार पढ़ो, 7 बार पढ़ो, and this should be the thing that you should be doing till the last minute, right? From today onwards for the next 35 days, I think you should keep repeating all these papers again and again and again, right? So that you get better at it. Every time you attempt the same paper, please think why you are choosing one answer choice and why the other answer choice is neglected, right? That is the main part, right? Best source, as I have already discussed, right? When I was student, I think I have taken multiple courses where there were new questions provided, but I think those questions don't help much because again, there is a divergence of thinking and their thinking, their reasoning is correct. But I think if you are here to gain marks, I think you should 100% rely on ज़ैट past years only, 7 to 8 past years paper. That's it. Even for the quants, VRC and the DILR also, or the DM also, right? I will discuss the other sections also in detail in the next video. But so far, now coming on to the best mocks. So I have prepared for the ज़ैट 4 times, and I think out of the 4 times, 3 times I scored 99.9 something. So according to me, I think there exist no best mocks, or there exist no mocks for the ज़ैट, because ज़ैट is one exam I think where you have a lot of freedom, right? So you don't really need to think about the attempt strategy, right? Your focus should be to polish your section, your focus should be to improve your marks in each section, right? तो तुम्हें वहां पे ये सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है कि तुम्हें मॉक्स कौन से देने हैं, तुम अटेम्प्ट कर पाओगे या नहीं. दैट इज अ वन थिंग. अगर फिर भी किसी को मॉक्स देने हैं, इफ यू वांट टू अटेम्प्ट द मॉक्स, देन आई थिंक द बेस्ट स्ट्रेटेजी और द बेस्ट सोर्स फॉर द मॉक्स इज द पास्ट ईयर ओनली, राइट? टेक last year's paper, attempt it for 3 hours, and then think about your attempt strategy. And I think if you have 7 to 8 decent past year papers, and if you attempt all the past year papers for 2 times, you will be having around 16 mocks at the end. And I think those number of mocks are more than enough. Again, the point is, if you choose any other mock for the from the CL, Kraku, or time, right? I think again the point is, the mocks might be good, right? But they might not reflect the true nature of that exam. That is the point. It is very, very hard to make the mock replicating the ZAT exam, the type of questions that come in that. So I think that's why I think people struggle a lot while creating the mocks. And even if they create the mock, right, I think the reasoning that you get in those mock, especially in the DM section, right? For example, if you're following CL mocks or Kraku mocks or time mocks, right? तो अगर वहां पे आप कन्विंस हो रहे हो उनकी थिंकिंग से, राइट? एंड इफ यू आर फोर्सिंग योर सेल्फ टू अलाइन विद देयर थिंकिंग कि यार मेरी मॉक्स में एक्यूरेसी कम है डीएम में, नाउ आई एम अंडरस्टैंडिंग देयर आंसर, देयर व्यू पॉइंट, तो देयर माइट बी द केस कि आप फिर जो क्वेश्चन सेटर की थिंकिंग है, जो आपको एक्चुअली एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है एग्जाम में वो टाइप की थिंकिंग करने का, मे बी यू आर डिस्क्रेसिंग फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट, है ना? मे बी यू आर पाइवेटिंग फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट, दैट कैन बी एन इशू, राइट? सो इसीलिए मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि जैट के लिए आई थिंक द रिसोर्सेज आर वेरी लिमिटेड, एंड फॉर ईच सेक्शन आई थिंक यू शुड यू शुड कीप री अटेम्प्टिंग द पास्ट 7 to 8 years paper for that should be the only source, है ना? If you want to purchase the mocks, you are open to do that, right? There are no restrictions, but I think mocks help very little, or I would say it doesn't help at all, right? This is my viewpoint, but if you think you should take the mocks, I think you can go for that. That's it for today, right? So we will keep discussing all those things in the upcoming days also, right? If you need any other help, please comment in the comment section, and I will keep making educational content videos, and I will keep also making the conceptual videos also. So I think now you should get ready for NMAT, SNAP and ZET, है ना? CAT जैसा भी हो, a lot of students are under pressure after the CAT, and I think it happens every year. But believe me, right, if you have good day in any of the exams, NMAT, SNAP या ZET, you will score very good, you will score very great, and I think that will open up a lot of opportunities for you. CAT is just one opportunity. I think CAT is a big opportunity, but I think now if anything happens, right, I think you should not regret about it, because you don't have any chance, you don't have any way to change your score, you don't have any way to think or to benefit out of this situation now. The only thing that you can do is you can focus on the upcoming exams, and you should try to score as high as possible in the upcoming exams. That should be your only motive for the next 30-40 days. This is the last 30-40 days of the exam season, right? After that, I don't think you will have a lot of exams. So focus on NMAT, SNAP, ZAT. You don't have a lot of time, and if you want to beat the competitors, if you want to beat the crowd, if you don't want to make the same mistakes again, I think you should start thinking about it rather than just covering a lot of syllabus. I think the message is pretty clear from the CAT also, that just covering a lot of syllabus do not help a lot, right? Apart from the syllabus, you should be mentally aware in the exam. You should not make very big blunders, right? All those things should be considered while attempting the exam, and I think all those things matter a lot when you score good marks. That's it from my side. Thank you and have a very happy day.